What's good, y'all? We are back. It's been 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? But it's episode 4 of the William Worlds podcast. And if you ain't been here before, you know, judging by my subscriber count, my view count, it seems like a lot of people ain't been here before. But it's episode 4, man. And we just chilling, we comfortable. Um, we got some things we got to talk about. I'm not going to keep y'all for a long time, just a short time. Today, we got to talk about. Damn, man, this shit break my heart, bro. We gotta talk about D Rose retirement. Derrick Rose has retired from the NBA, the National Basketball Association. I am hurt by this, bro. My heart hurt. And the fact that he played 15 years still ain't clicked to me because I don't know. It just doesn't seem like 15 years flew by like that. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely has. And I know I've had a lot of fun in the past 15 years, but I can only imagine the type of fun somebody who made it to the NBA has had in their life, let alone the last 15 years. But we also got to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. They won last night. They beat the Giants. We also got to talk about P. Diddy and his shenanigans, because Lord knows that's crazy. Future then dropped a new mixtape. It's been out for about a week now. It's called Mixtape Pluto. We got to talk about that. We got to. We have to. And last but not least, Michigan State football takes place tomorrow in a rivalry game, big rivalry game versus Ohio State. And yeah, we got to talk about that. But that's really it. Nothing crazy, nothing out of the ordinary with me. Y'all know. Talk about anything. But today, those are our topics for today. Other than that, man, like, share, subscribe, kick it with your dog. If it's anything you want me to talk about, anything you'd like to hear my opinion on, or whatever the case may be, please tag me, DM me, let me know, text me if you got my phone number, whatever. Just holler at me. All right. Let's get into episode 4. Cue the intro. What's up, y'all? What's good? Welcome to episode 4 of William Worlds podcast, where I, your host, William, will be talking to you about a whole lot of shit. Okay. As talked about in the intro, we're going to start it off with this Derrick Rose retirement. But first and foremost, I'm sorry. It's been 2 weeks since I recorded the episode, but, I'm putting the blame on my barber because some reason motherfuckers like to be booked all the time. So you know how that go. But today we went and got a haircut. It's been a good day. Any day you get a haircut, it's a great day. But yeah, my apologies. I'm trying to come to y'all every week with something. But first things first, this Derrick Rose retirement, dog. Where do I start, bruh? This man, I remember seeing D Rose for the first time when I think I was going into my freshman year of high school. And I believe D Rose 2 years older than me. Or 3 years older than me. Yeah, he's 3 years older. So I was going into my freshman year of high school. I was in the 8th grade. It was that summer. It's right around the time that Hoop Mixtape was coming out with basketball mixtapes for top ranked high school guys. I didn't even know what rankings were at this point in life. I had no idea that rankings even was a thing for any sport, And found this is around the time I also found out about Rivals.com and what the whole spiel behind that was, and Max Preps. Really just getting acquainted with the websites and seeing the top ranked guys in the country. Whether it have been my class or older classes or younger classes, you could literally see all the rankings from everybody. And I remember seeing D Rose. I believe he was the number 1 point guard. He was ranked as the number 1 point guard in his class. and I'm looking at Rivals, you know what I'm saying, and I see this on rivals.com, and I just couldn't believe, you know what I'm saying? I'm so mesmerized by the fact that there's rankings. I'm an athlete at the time, and I'm thinking like, damn, how do I get on this site? Like, what do I got to do to get on the Rivals website? How do I get my picture taken to be, posted on this website along with my ranking and whatnot? And Derrick Rose, one of them guys I came across. Like I said, he was number one point guard in the class, I believe, of '08. And it was nuts. I get on YouTube and I look up his video. I type his name in, I search him. Come to find out, he playing alongside Eric Gordon, who's also on Rivals as one of the top ranked guards in the country. And they had just so happened to play on the same AAU basketball team. If you don't know what AAU basketball is, AAU sports in general is just travel league sports. That's what it is for each individual sport. Um, but so I Googled Derrick Rose. His AAU highlights pop up. Like I said, he was teamed up with Eric Gordon. And I just couldn't believe what the hell I was seeing. Like I couldn't believe it. Like I didn't think there was anybody who wasn't in the NBA that was this athletic. Now, mind you, growing up, I heard about LeBron James. I watched LeBron James as a pro, but you gotta understand when LeBron was coming out of high school into the NBA, I don't even think I was in middle school yet. So, just seeing Bron, I understood how good he was in the NBA, but I didn't know how good he was in high school until I looked at his high school highlights as I got older. Like when I was like in middle school, high school, looking at his highlights. But mind you, Bron 6'8", he was a dog. He's been a dog his whole life. Derrick Rose 6'3". I'm 6'1", 6'2", so I can relate to this guy more than I can relate to LeBron James, who's 6'8", 6'9". I don't think, and especially in middle school at this point, I'm not thinking about ever being that tall. You know what I'm saying? But so like I'm saying, I never really thought anybody who wasn't in the NBA could even be this good at basketball, right? So, bro, and mind you, I never played with nobody at that point. I had never played with nobody in my life who was ranked top rank in the state, let alone the United States of America. That was just mind blowing to me, right? So I see D Rose highlight, I see his AAU highlights, bro. Like I was saying, I was just like starstruck, bro. I couldn't believe it. Like I just couldn't even. That shit was nuts to me, bro. He was jumping off 1 foot, dunking with 2 hands, jumping off 2 feet, dunking with one or 2 hands. It didn't matter what he did, bro. He was faster than everybody, quicker than everybody. Played good defense. Obviously, his offensive game was where he stood out above everybody. You know what I'm saying? Um, but it was just crazy to see somebody that good. You know what I'm saying? Within a couple years of my age, and from that point on, I became a fan. You know what I'm saying? A real fan, though, like legit fan. I started looking at his Simeon highlights and all that stuff, and just seeing the electrifying dunks and crossovers and his blow bys. Blow by is literally when a guy has the ball and he gets past his defender, potentially driving to the basket to go for a finish, layup, or dunk, or to pass it to the big man. You know what I'm saying? If he draws in his big man's defender, if he draws him in, the big man obviously gonna be open because his defender just had to help. You know what I'm saying? So the guy wouldn't get an open layup. If you play basketball, you understand what I'm talking about. So yeah, bro, and the whole, I was obviously, like I was saying, the rivals thing. It just got me into looking up other athletes. You know what I'm saying? But Derrick Rose obviously stood out the most at the time, and then I came across Brandon Jennings, and then found out that they was playing against each other. And bro, it was just so much. Like it was so much I couldn't even fathom, bro. And yeah, I mean that bro, seeing him at that high school level, what he was doing to guys was just so crazy to him, for him to be 16, 17, 18 doing that. You know what I'm saying? D Rose, Simeon legend, okay? Two-time state championship winner. on the way to his last championship, his senior year, he averaged 25 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds. He only played varsity at Simeon his sophomore, junior, and senior year. He didn't play his freshman year because um, the coach they had at the time apparently didn't allow freshmen to play varsity. Mind you, though, coming into high school, D Rose was a stud also in the 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? Coming in high school, he was recruited heavy by colleges, even though he played on freshman and JV. Obviously, as you can assume, he killed all them kids on freshman and JV. He was actually no, his sophomore year he did not play varsity. His sophomore year he was asked to step up and move up and play with the varsity team in the playoffs. We decided not to because he wanted the seniors to get their credit. And I think he knew he was the best player in his high school, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't want to take nobody's shine. He wanted them guys to get their recruits, to get their looks, to get their college offers as well. You know, when a guy like that steps on a team, he's obviously the main recruit, but you also help other guys on your team get looked at as well by these coaches too, because they see what these other kids can do also that they haven't possibly heard about. But yeah, D Rose throughout high school, he finished his record. His high school basketball record is 120 wins to 12 losses. 120 and 12. Okay, 120 wins versus 12 losses. That ain't bad at all. He won Mr. Basketball his senior year for the state of Illinois. The Mr. Basketball Award is awarded to the best basketball player in the state, arguably. I mean, granted, there's been times where someone's won Mr. Basketball and people in the state definitely felt like the person who came in second place, runner up to the award, should have been the winner. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's a very prestigious award. I mean, you get to leave a high school legend winning something like that. He went on to be a McDonald's All-American, playing in the McDonald's All-American game. Lastly, he was awarded first team honors by Parade Selection and USA Today, and he was a USA Today first team All-American also. He went on to Memphis to play for Coach John Calipari, finishing runner-up in the national championship game. That national championship game was crazy. If you've never seen it, I definitely think you should get on YouTube and check that out. Bro balled out. Then he went on to the NBA. He went on to be the number 1 pick in the NBA draft to his hometown team, the Chicago Bulls. I mean, damn, bro. And obviously, most of you know, but I know some of y'all don't know. He finished his NBA career as the youngest MVP ever. He won the MVP award at 22 years old. 22 years old, won the NBA MVP over LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, hell, Dwayne Wade, Dwight Howard, Chris Paul. You had some dogs back then. Tim Duncan. He won the MVP over all them guys at 22 years old. He finished his NBA career with averaging 17 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds a game. Obviously, the injuries held D Rose back more than anything. This question has popped up multiple times where it's like, whose prime would you love to see? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you got people like Len Bias up there, Derrick Rose, and there'd be multiple athletes up there who didn't get to tap into their actual prime because of injury, right? Some people say Andrew Luck would have maybe ended up being an amazing quarterback in the NFL if he would have, never went through all that stuff with concussions and whatnot. And I understand that. Like, I respect it, you know what I'm saying, to the max. But I feel like Derrick Rose would have had the best athletic career if he wouldn't have had those injuries. And the injuries was ACL injuries on both of his knees. You know what I mean? as an athlete, it don't matter if you a boy, girl, man, woman, it don't matter. You understand as an athlete that ACL injury is so that it's so, oh my God, bro. I don't even know what word to use. It is hell, okay? Because it sits you down for a year plus. Um, you really can't be active. You can't be doing no active sports at all. You can walk or whatever the case may be, but you're really not allowed to do no crazy activities, especially if you play basketball. You're not really allowed to play no 5-on-5 like that until doctor tells you to. Excuse me, or says that you're allowed to. Them ACL injuries are horrible, man. Horrible, horrible, horrible. But Derrick Rose really retiring, man. This shit fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? Because as a fan, I would have loved to see him get a ring. I would love to see Russell Westbrook or Chris Paul get a ring too. But more than anything, man, I'd love to see Derrick Rose get one. And I would love to see him bring one to Chicago. And I always say this anytime I'm having this debate with anybody. I truly feel like Derrick fucking Rose, if he would have been able to play, no injuries like that, I don't think LeBron would have made it to the NBA Finals that many times in a row had Derrick Rose been able to ball out in Chicago like how he balled his MVP year. Because you got to understand something. Just like with Victor Wembanyama out there in San Antonio, when you're good like that, people want to come play with you. People want to be on your team. People want to be a part of your success. You know what I'm saying? Because they know they'll be successful as well. And obviously, if you want to be a pro athlete outside of making it to the Hall of Fame of the respective sport, you want to be a champion. You want to win. You want to win. You play to win. You play to compete and win. You know what I mean? But I truly feel like, as great as LeBron James is, I don't think he'd have made it to the NBA Finals that many times in a row had Derrick Rose been healthy. That's just my opinion. And I love D Rose. I love LeBron. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Kobe fan more than anything. But I truly wish D Rose would have got his fair shake in the NBA. And coming back from injuries like that, especially at that level of sport, it's kind of hard for a coach to give you that green light again and say, you know what I'm saying, go do what you do, go do what you want to do, run this team, and lead us. You know what I'm saying? It's tough, because that time you out, other guys are stepping up. I'm not saying that the guy stepping up behind D Rose is better than D Rose, but I know Thibs definitely wasn't trying to give him, you know what I'm saying, that green light again. And, D Rose ended up bouncing around a little bit. He went from Chicago, I believe, to Minnesota, to New York, to Cleveland, to Memphis, or Detroit, to Memphis. And he retired as a Memphis Grizzlies. Well, no, he retired as a free agent because he asked to be released from the Memphis Grizzlies a few days ago. He would I would think he'd sign a 10-day contract with the Bulls to retire as a Chicago Bull, but apparently the Chicago Bulls have 21 10-day contracts already up, so they can't really sign nobody right now. If it was me, I'd definitely cut one of them boys for a split second to give D Rose that 10-day contract and let him retire. And then once he's officially retired, whoever I had to cut, I'll bring them back in, get them their credit, get them their just due, to get him the opportunity. But it's D Rose. And he should have his number retired in Chicago. And he definitely is going to the Hall of Fame. Flat out. And that's, you know what I'm saying? That's how we're going to end that segment on D Rose. Because I'm hurt, bro. I'm hurt. I wanted to see D Rose win a ring, dog. Like any other D Rose fan or any other basketball fan, you want to see D Rose win. You know what I'm saying? But that's that. It hurts. It really fucking hurts to see D Rose retire from the NBA. But if D Rose ever happens to see this video, shouts out to Derrick Rose. Please enjoy retirement, and thank you for everything you've done for the game of basketball in general on all levels. Next, y'all, we have to get into this Cowboys W. Okay, the Cowboys won. All right, yeah, I know, crazy, right? Cowboys got the dub. Boys with them cows got the dub. I can't believe it. The boys with them cows won. But anyway, you know the regular season Cowboys, they always ball out. And the playoffs is where they start. Yeah, But they finally got it together. Last night they beat the Giants 20-15. Dak Prescott threw for 221 yards and 2 touchdowns, all while going 22 for 27 from the pocket on pass attempts. Giants quarterback Daniel Jones, who always gets a lot of shit, he didn't look bad in the loss. He didn't throw any touchdowns. He threw one interception, but he also threw for 281 yards on 40 attempts. He went 29 for 40 out the pocket. He did his thing. CeeDee Lamb, wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys. He finished with 7 receptions, 98 yards, and 1 touchdown. Malik Neighbors. Listen here. This Malik Neighbors kid, he looking like the best receiver in the game right now, But I understand when you your quarterback number one option and it seemed like he ain't got no other options. You know what I'm saying? It's fair to say that you're gonna get majority of the receptions and all that. But Malik Neighbors was on a roll, had 12 receptions for 115 yards, no touchdowns. But if he didn't get hurt, I truly feel like if he didn't get hurt, if he didn't get that concussion, he had a concussion. He's listed right now as questionable going into their next game versus the Seahawks on October 6th. But I think he'll be fine. Speedy recovery. But if this kid didn't get hurt last night, I truly think that game might have turned around and been different. He might have pulled off a game-winning touchdown, man. He was killing them boys. 12 receptions for 115 yards. I mean, damn. Boy was balling. And quite frankly, I don't think the Cowboys defense was ever gonna stop him. Like at all. Nobody. Um, but like I said, the kid been balling out. He number one in the NFL for receptions, yards, and touchdowns right now. And he only a rookie, y'all. He only a rookie, which is crazy. Crazy. But yeah, Cowboys got the dub yesterday on Thursday Night Football. It was the only game on. I hope you got to tune in and watch. Other than that, my Lions face off against the Seahawks on Monday Night Football. Another primetime game. The only game on Monday night, I believe. Big time game, because if you're a Detroit Lions fan, you know our little beef we got with the Seahawks, especially after what happened 2 years ago when they got to go to the playoffs and we had to sit at home. We was pissed about that. Ended up making it to the conference championship last year. We lost. We don't want to talk about that because it still hurts. But we play the Seahawks this upcoming Monday at 8:15 p.m. For some Monday Night Football. So if you get the chance to tune in, if you got time, please, 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 please tune in and watch my Lions turn shit up. Okay? Watch my Lions turn shit up. And come out with the dub. The game, I believe, is in Seattle. But we ain't worried. We definitely not worried. My Lions coming out with the dub, bringing that W back to Detroit. Next, oh boy, our next subject, y'all. We got to talk about P. Diddy. P. Diddy and his shenanigans. This man has been accused. He's been hit with another civil lawsuit. Let's start like that. He's been hit with another civil lawsuit. P. Diddy, Sean P. Diddy Combs, has been accused of drugging and sexually assaulting a woman in a new civil lawsuit, marking at least the 12th misconduct lawsuit he's faced in as many months. I don't know. I don't know. Damn, bro. There's so many people that look bad. You know what I'm saying? But before I get into that, in the complaint, the alleged victim says that she was drugged with alcohol and other controlled substances. And she was sexually assaulted by P. Diddy on more than one occasion in 2022. The allegations span apparently 4 years, from the fall of 2020 all the way to the summer of 2024, literally this past summer. Months after he had been named as a defendant in multiple lawsuits and was under federal investigation. Jesus Christ, boy. Jesus Christ, boy. Jesus. Apparently, this past July, P. Diddy forced her to come to his house in Miami, and he shoved two pills. He shoved two pills in her mouth. Soon as she walked in the door, pulled up, skirt, 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 knocked on the door. Somebody probably said, "Hello, who is it?" She said, "It's me." Soon as she walked in the door, pills, pills, pill, forced into her mouth. The complaint comes a little more than a week after he was indicted on charges of racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Boy, I don't even know, Diddy. I don't know, Diddy. This is, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm lost just like you lost. I can't believe you can't even make some of this shit up. You can, baby, you can. I don't know. I couldn't. I can't. I don't think like this. Let me tell you something. Just being bluntly honest, for those of you who don't know, for those who have a lot, you have expectation. Okay? Let's say you're rich. You have expectation to be humble. You have expectation to carry yourself in the right way. You have expectation to do things more so with a genuine and pure heart. When you do things as a rich person, whether you famous or not, as humans, we look at rich people and we just expect you to have respect for everybody. But obviously, I mean, politics can show you that, wealthy people don't got respect for everybody. But we still expect you to, I'm not going to say be nice. We expect you to genuinely just honor and respect those, who you come across. Literally anybody. It could be anybody. Especially men, though. As a wealthy man, why are you raping women? Like, why even think about raping somebody? That shouldn't even come across your mind when you got money like that. To whom much is given, much is expected. When you balling like that, man, with all the women who would voluntarily have sex with you, why would you waste your time drugging someone with alcohol or other substances just to get them to lay with you? I don't understand it. I don't get, and I'm pretty sure you watching this, you probably don't get it either. Why go that route with things when you don't have to? It's 1,000 fish over here. Let's just say it's 1,000 fish in this lake. One fish in this lake. You want this one fish so bad, even though this one fish don't want you. All 1,000 of these fishes over here want you. It's got to be at least one of them 1,000 that you would fuck with. It's got to be. It's got to be. It's got to be. And that's just, and 1,000, if I'm being bluntly honest with you, that's on the low end. When you rich and famous like P. Diddy, P fucking Diddy, bro, the whole world know Diddy. Everybody know Diddy. Diddy could go anywhere in the world and people gonna know who he is. It's beautiful women all over the planet that I'm pretty sure would have sex with Diddy even right now while he's going through all this shit with the law and with the courts. But I'm sure there are a ton of women who still would lay with Diddy. Just off the thought of they might get something out of this, right? I truly, after seeing that Cassie video of Diddy smacking her around in that hotel room, I mean in that hotel hallway, I truly hope somebody like P. Diddy get what he deserves. It's like when you got proof like that of him doing that to Cassie, you just can't help but assume all this other stuff is true. Now, mind you, before I end this section on P. Diddy, I do have to say he's decided to plead not guilty on everything. So, I definitely think all of us, especially us in the black community, I truly think we should definitely pay attention to Diddy. I truly do. Or if you are somebody of any race who is on the way to becoming wealthy, I truly feel like you should be paying attention to this Diddy situation. Don't become rich and start doing weird stuff. Like don't get rich and then start drugging women or trying to trying to have women go to go to fucking I don't even know, go to Miami with you just to have sex, just so you could watch her have sex with a bunch of guys. Like, bro, don't do no weird shit, bro. Like, continue being you. But you know what they say? Money brings out the true you. Money brings out the real you. I hope the real you is the same person that's watching this video right now who ain't got millions of dollars in the bank. I hope the real you is the same person who done been a free human being their whole life and ain't never tried to live a life of crime. Like, I truly do. Now, granted, doing cocaine, bro, rich people who ain't never been in trouble a day in their life do cocaine. Felons do cocaine. All type of people do cocaine. All type of people do drugs, bro. Like, flat out. That's one thing. But the whole like drugging women, forcing women to do stuff, that's devilish. That is horrible. That is not player. That's not gangster. That's lame and stupid. Flat out. So if anybody, watching this video, you become rich, man, listen, keep it cool, calm and collected. Go get you one woman, marry her, and cater to her and spoil the fuck out of her. That's what you should do. Spoil her ass. Go get you one woman, marry her, and spoil the fuck out of her. Flat out. Stay safe and stay loyal. Like, flat out. Don't go cheating. Stay loyal and just, what I'm saying, be one with your lady, bro. Don't get involved in the bullshit. That sums it up for P. Diddy. I hope that man get what he got coming to him, assuming all of this is true. Next, y'all. That man then dropped a mixtape. Future has dropped a mixtape, and I think everybody should go listen to it, okay? Because this man don't miss. He's done it again. He's dropped another mixtape. He's done it again. He dropped a mixtape a week ago, but just in 7 days, y'all, this mixtape has went diamond in my car and in my living room. This entire mixtape is a bop. It's a hit. He ain't missed on no songs on that motherfucker. It is a hit. I truly think, you know what I'm saying? If you a Future fan, or if you've ever been a Future fan and you was waiting on him to come back, I truly think you should definitely tap into this mixtape Pluto album. This mixtape Pluto mixtape he got. It's definitely worth a listen. You should listen to the whole album through and through, multiple times, and get a good honest review on it. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Let me know what you think about the mixtape. I think it's phenomenal. A 10 out of 10. The man is amazing at what he does. Lastly, y'all, tomorrow, Saturday, September 28th, we have Michigan State football versus Ohio State football in it's in East Lansing. It is in East Lansing, Michigan. Home game for the Michigan State Spartans. Um, Ohio State comes in ranked as the number 3 team in the country. They are 3-0. Michigan State is 3-1 with one win in the Big Ten. This will be the Ohio State Buckeyes' first Big Ten game of the season, and Michigan State's second Big Ten game of the season. Obviously, Michigan State is not ranked. Like I told you, Ohio State is the number 3 team in the country. So Ohio State obviously comes into this game heavy favorited to win this matchup. But this is a rivalry game. This is a huge rivalry game. Um, so rankings and records kind of go out the window because literally anything can happen. And this is a home game for Michigan State. I, as a Michigan fan, shouts out to the Wolverines, go blue. As a Michigan fan in general, I don't ever want to see Ohio State beat any Michigan team in anything. I don't care if it's Ohio State versus Michigan Tech basketball scrimmage. I don't want to see Michigan. I don't want to see Michigan State. I don't want to see Ohio State win anything when it comes to playing against a team from Michigan, period. So I'm hoping that Michigan State goes out there and pulls off this W against Ohio State. We also do. I know I said rankings and records kind of go out the window, but we got to keep in mind that Ohio State has won this matchup 8 years in a row. Yep. They are 8-0. They're on an 8-game win streak against Michigan State. That is pretty nuts. But you know what? I got the Ohio State Buckeyes taking a loss, a huge loss. I don't think it'll mess up their ranking too much in terms of the playoffs. But this year in the college football playoffs, the top 12 teams go. It ain't the top 4. So I'm pretty confident Ohio State gonna finish in the top 12, whether they win this game or lose this game tomorrow night. But that's that, guys. If y'all have time, please check in, tap in and watch that game tomorrow. Lastly, y'all, I just want to give y'all some common advice before I get up out of here. I didn't kept y'all for almost 35 minutes. I apologize, but it's some common advice I want to give y'all, and that common advice is stop letting everybody know where you live at. Okay, stop letting everybody know where you at the current moment. You feel me? I know, and like I said, I told y'all this is common advice. This is stuff that you might know, but other people don't know. Okay. If you gonna show what you doing or show where you at, post it after you leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, post it after you leave because you never know who jealous of you or who got an issue with you or whatever the case may be. And you want to just have a good time. You just want to enjoy life. You want to live life. You don't want to die. You don't want somebody pulling up on you to fight you. You don't want somebody pulling up on you to shoot you. You don't want somebody pulling up on you to rob you. You don't want that kind of. You also don't want people calling you and asking you, "Hey, is it cool if I link up with you? I see you at the da 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 da." Like, no, I ain't even there no more. I posted that. I was there 30, 45 minutes ago, and I decided to post that. Well, that's really my common advice to give you, man. Just some, safety protocol. That's really it. But yeah, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to episode 4 of the William Rose podcast, where I, your host, William, just wanted to kick it with you and talk to you about a whole lot of shit. Yeah, man. Make sure y'all go tap into that new Future mixtape, that mixtape Pluto. It's actually a hit, man. And yeah, dog, that's pretty much it, y'all. If y'all got any questions for me or anything you want to talk to me about, please feel free. DM me. Comment, like, share. Text me if you got my phone number. Excuse me. Other than that, man, y'all chill. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. I'll probably be tapping back in with y'all tomorrow night. Talk about some more stuff. Because I'm pretty sure some things are going to go down today or tonight. But other than that, y'all enjoy y'all weekend, like I said. And I'll holla at y'all, man. I'll kick it with y'all. I'll holla at y'all. I'll kick it with y'all on another day in another way with a stray. Hey.